It's my privilege to formally introduce our honorable chief guest today and read his profile. Shri Justin J. Mohan belongs to 1999 batch of the Indian Forest Services. He joined as Secretary National Biodiversity Authority (NBA) in September 2019. He was earlier heading the Kerala Soil Survey and Soil Conservation Department, Groundwater Department, and State Horticulture Mission concurrently since September 2015 before joining the National Biodiversity Authority. He has also served in the Forest Department in different capacities as Divisional Forest Officer of Munnar and Palakkad Division, as Wildlife Warden and Park Director of Silent Valley National Park, and as a Conservator of Forest of High Range Circle in Kerala. He was heading the Kerala Agriculture Department when the state faced unprecedented floods in July-August 2018. He has also served as the first project director for Rs 1840 crores Kuttanar project involving comprehensive development of the distress Kuttanar agricultural ecosystem spread across 3 districts of Kerala, where paddy is cultivated below sea level in about 1 lakh acres. After completing his schooling from Campion Higher Secondary School, Trichy in 1990, he graduated in agriculture and completed his post-graduation in agriculture biology from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore, before joining government. He completed the bachelor's degree in law from Kerala University and master's degree in law from National Law University from Bangalore. He also holds a master's degree in management and public policy from Indian School of Business, Mohali, and an MBA degree from Alagappa University. He is a recipient of Global Tiger Forum Award, Wildlife Trust of India Award, and Nilgiri Wildlife Prize for contribution to wildlife conservation, and a host of awards. He has also obtained the ICAR Indian Council of Agricultural Research Scholarship for pursuing his master's degree in agricultural biology and secured JNU scholarship for pursuing his post-graduation in biotechnology. He is an author of Management Plan for Palakkad Forest Division, Munnar Division, and has authored popular articles in forestry, wildlife, agriculture, and soils. So without taking much time, may I invite Sir to kindly share his valedictory address for the event,
please. Respected Chairman and Managing Director of this great PSU, Shri Rakesh Kumarji, CVO and my dear friend Shri L. Chandrasekharji, Director Planning Shri Mohan Reddy ji, Director Mines, I think he is not there, S.C. Shumanji, Suresh Chandra Sumanji, Shri Dattatraya Kyote, CGM Vigilance, Iranian CGM Vigilance, Director Shaji John, I think he is not here today, distinguished executive officers from NLC, senior officials who have assembled here to participate in this valedictory program, representatives from various unions of NLC, family members who have assembled here, media people, the prize winners of different competitions, awardees of the Vigilance Day celebrations who are employees from this organization. Ladies and gentlemen, I also missed out the employees who are watching virtually this program from different parts of the country. I was just seeing employees from Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Thoothukudi, Kerala. So on behalf of myself, I and my own organization, that is the National Biodiversity Authority, I take this opportunity to thank Neyveli Lignite Corporation for giving me this opportunity to come over here to deliver this valedictory address. In fact, it was a very long wait for me because I have never visited this place in my life. This is the first time I am coming to Neyveli. I still remember that when I was in school, I used to ask my father, I think way back when I was maybe second or third standard, from where this current used to come. So he used to tell me that it comes from a place called Neyveli. So it was a long wait that I wanted to come to this place and see, but I never knew that it will happen today. In fact, yesterday I was in Delhi, as CMD was telling, tomorrow I am flying to Manila for a UNDP review program. But I thought that I should not miss this opportunity, because I don't know when I will get this opportunity again. So I thought I should come and participate and just be with you this evening. And I am so glad and happy, extremely happy to be here. Part of the 75th year of our independence, and when the country is celebrating this Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, this Vigilance Week celebration is something special. And I take this as a honor that I am here to deliver this address. As you all know that Vigilance Week is aligned with the birth anniversary celebrations of the great freedom fighter Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And Government of India had adequately taken a decision that this day should be honored as the integrated day, and aligned, the entire week should be celebrated in different government departments and also different public sector undertakings, and also by the citizens as the Vigilance Week, to spread the awareness of vigilance among the citizens. And this year I think this theme has been aptly chosen, that is corruption-free India for a developed nation. It's a very fantastic theme. And as I was just relishing the address by the CMD, that if India has to become developed as per the wishes of our Honorable Prime Minister by 2047, that is when we are going to celebrate the centenary of our independence, one thing is very, very crucial is that we should be a corrupt-free India, for which a lot of efforts are being taken by the government. But we as a citizen, we have to follow a more ethical life. It should become a way of life. A corrupt-free, honest life should become a way of life, for which these type of awareness programs are going to go a long way to spread that awareness among the children, among the citizens, among the employees, among the various stakeholders who are involved in utilizing government money. As you know, we are celebrating the 75th year of our independence. In 1947, when we got independence, the population of India was 33 crore. Today, we are cruising towards 140 crore. Ideally, the census should have happened in 2021, but because of the COVID pandemic, the expected results of census of India is likely to come in 2023. And will not be surprised that if it crosses 140 crore. So there has been more than almost 3.5 times population rise in our country. But the land area remains the same. We are having roughly about 329 million hectares as our geographical area. We should all be proud that we are taking care of the citizens of our country on two fronts. One is the food security. We have to thank all our farmers and the officials who are taking care of the agriculture sector, because to take care of this mighty population, it is not an easy job. Our food security is intact, and we are in fact exporting our food grains. That shows the effectiveness of the agriculture sector from the production side as well as from the scientific side. A lot of developments have happened. Lot of new varieties. Our productivity has improved multifold in these last 75 years. The next major achievement so far as India is concerned post-independence can be cited with respect to infrastructure. And when they talk about infrastructure, the major component of infrastructure goes to the power sector. Without power, nothing can move. Power sector becomes the engine of growth for this country, And we, as employees of the Neyveli Lignite Corporation, can take a lot of pride that you are actually, every employee in any NLC is an engine of growth for this country. Not only NLC, all those people who are working in the power sector, because one day if the power sector goes off, the country becomes dark. I am so happy that our CMD has actually given a roadmap of how you are going to plan to increase the production of power at Neyveli from the present 6,000 megawatt per day to 18,000 megawatt per day. It's a very ambitious target, but I am sure with the very competent management here, I think that is possible. And I really congratulate all the employees for actually doubling the power sector, output of Neyveli from 3,000 megawatt to 6,000 megawatt per day. That itself speaks volumes of your efficiency. And when I was coming, just entering Neyveli Township, I was so amazed and thrilled to see a lot of greenery in this campus. I thought it must be a very dry area. But as Secretary of National Biodiversity Authority, I can say that I will be going back with a lot of happiness because a lot of biodiversity is there. In fact, we are giving an award to all the institutions which take care of their biodiversity. In fact, this year also there was an application from Tamil Nadu Newsprint. I request NLC to apply next time. We give a cash award of 5 lakh rupees that is given by our Honorable Union Minister on 22nd May, which is celebrated as the International Day for Biological Diversity. And as CMD was just pointing out, we are having two conferences of parties. One is the climate change conference that is going to start on 7th of this month at Egypt, Shami Sharif. And again, there is a conference of parties of the Convention on Biological Diversity at Montreal. These two major conventions are going to happen in the next 2 months. And one of the targets of the conventions is to ensure that every country conserves at least 30% of their area. 30% of their area should be brought under conservation. We in India have almost achieved 27%. We have plans for removing 3% by inviting all the stakeholders who are having large chunks of land. One such institution is Neyveli. Because those institutions, education institutions, companies, both private, public sector, they have large tracts of land under their control, which are adequately conserved with a lot of biodiversity, lot of trees. And so we are declaring them as other effective area-based conservation, OECMs. So there is a portal that has been developed by the government where you can go and register, and then you declare that you also want to conserve this area as an OECM. In fact, this idea has been propagated by our Honorable Prime Minister in his Man Ki Baat. So the first OECM has been declared at Aravali in Rajasthan. So he has called upon a lot of other institutions, both educational institutions, PSUs, private sector, to come forward and declare their areas also as OECM, other effective area-based conservation. So I request the CMD that NLC also should be part of this OECM network. There is no legal hurdle after declaring an area as an OECM. It is only a recognition given by the government that you are taking care of the environment. So that will go a long way to balance both the development part on one side. When you are going to generate power, you are going to extract a lot of lignite. On the other side, you are also sending a message that you are also taking care of the environment. So when we see the independent India, we have seen a lot of developments that have happened in different sectors, space sector, health sector. In fact, India has achieved a lot in the pharmaceutical sector. We have taken care of the vaccine requirement of about 75 countries in this pandemic. That speaks volumes. Every sector has proved that we have achieved a lot. And I am sure that the freedom fighters who got us independence, after hard fought independence for more than 100 years, from the heaven they will be very happy that every employee in the government and the PSU have done justice to their appointment. And we in the government, as you know that we are only in the government sector, in the central government we are only 47 lakh employees. And if you club the PSU employees, we are only 58 lakhs. So if you compare the population, we are about 0.004%. So for every individual, we have a moral obligation that 100 citizens in this country are dependent on our output. If you also take the state government employees across the country and also include the Government of India employees and the PSUs, there are only 4.8 crore employees. So 0.4% only of the citizens of our country get an opportunity to join the government or in a public sector undertaking. So we have a lot of responsibility to tell the public, to take care of the public. And when we think that we have this responsibility, automatically the idea of corruption will go. I am sure that you would have enjoyed the film that was made by I think the first prize we got. I was also emotionally got attached to the film. I am sure that I would love to see the other films also, second, third prize and consolation prizes. I am sure that they would have taken a lot of effort. Actually, it is a bane to society. Corruption is a bane to society, but it can be overcome. That ethics should come from the students, from the next generation. We have to send that message to them, that we have to lead a life of honesty and probity. In fact, during school days, I was a voracious reader of history books. And I was very curious to know why only one freedom fighter was called as Sardar. Sardar means chief. Whereas there were lakhs of people who were fighting for our freedom, but only one person was highly respected, and freedom fighters never called him by name, only Sardar. Sardar means chief. That is our Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. A person who did not have any expectations in life. You will be surprised to know there is no, you will not have a place to go and see his graveyard. He wanted to get himself cremated in a common man's graveyard. He did not have any personal ambitions in life. He led a life of probity, and I was curious to see his house. So in 2015, I took a mission to his village. It is in Kera, near Anand. So it's only 1,000 square feet village. Still you can go and see. If you get a chance, you should go and see the place where Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel lived. 1,000 square feet area, a line house. You can see the cot where he used to lie down and the chappals and the bag. I was really amazed how such a person lived in our country. And when India got independence, you will be surprised to know that those days there were only 15 provinces. Today we are about 36 states and union territories. In our country there are 36 states and union territories. Those days we were having 15 provinces and 565 princely states. Like Pudukkottai was ruled by our King Tondaiman. Arcad was ruled by our Nawab. So there were such kings who were ruling in different parts of the country. 565 such princely states and 15 provinces constituted British India. And then when Lord Mountbatten announced that okay, British government has decided to grant you independence after a prolonged struggle, then they had to take a decision who has to lead this country. At that time, 12 out of 15 provinces put their weight behind Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. In fact, no other person was there in the race. But simply because Gandhi put his weight with the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he became the Prime Minister. And when Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru took over the wishes of Mahatma Ji, he wanted to keep Sardarji as his right hand. That is why he wanted to keep him as the Deputy Prime Minister of our country and also made him the Home Minister. And identified that only this person can integrate India. These 15 provinces along with these 565 princely states without any problem. And he did this work perfectly well by convincing all the Maharajas to join our country. And that is why today we are now the United India. All the princely states, including the Maharaja of Jammu Kashmir, which is a Muslim dominated state, including the ruler of Jammu Kashmir and all the 565 kings who are ruling different parts of the country, went with Sardarji simply because of his the respect they had for his simplicity and humility. And aptly we are celebrating this Vigilance Week celebration, aligning this week with the birth anniversary of Sardarji. So as our CMD had pointed out, irrespective of how many laws the government is going to bring, unless there is a change within, see, we have a lot of laws. Even when the Indian Penal Code was brought in by the Britishers in 1860, they brought in provisions for penalty for corruption related practices. There are 3-4 sections. I can tell you, I think 461, 412, 411E, they are all very harsh sections. And the penalty goes up to 10 years for any breach of trust that has been reposed on any employee or any government servant. The punishment goes up to 10 years imprisonment. But still, there had been some type of money flowing from the exchequer to private hands. And then this Prevention of Corruption Act was brought in by the Government of India in 1988. That actually authorized all the state governments to set up special courts to try vigilance related cases, corruption related cases, and this has substantially reduced corruption. But still we have to go a long way. Though there are other laws also, we have separate laws to check Binami transactions, we have separate laws to prevent money laundering, FEMA Act is there. So but still that ethical value should come within, irrespective of whatever rules, regulations, laws that have been enacted by our country or that is being issued by different departments. And today every department in the government has a separate vigilance wing. We call it Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau. Every state has it and every department has its own vigilance wing. Similarly, every PSU has their own vigilance wing. But I have never experienced Vigilance Week celebrations of this magnitude like what I am witnessing here. I really appreciate the Chief Vigilance Officer and the CMD for organizing such a wonderful Vigilance Week celebrations at Neyveli. It will definitely go a long way. Particularly, I have seen the work of the CVO in Kerala. He has done a lot of good work and he will do some footprint there before going out. So when you are reading the different initiatives taken by the Chief Vigilance Officer here, the vigilance team, to digitalize the land records, to digitize the personal details, to digitize the compensation to be given to various affected parties. I think these are the things which are going to actually bring in the vigilance culture here. It's going to help the management also. I strongly believe that. Actually, vigilance should help the executive and executive too should help the vigilance. That is how I see. Throughout life, I have always been an executive officer. This is the only post where I am holding both the executive and the vigilance role. In my organization, I am the secretary and also the chief vigilance officer of my organization. I always felt that executive should reduce the load of vigilance wing by strictly following the rules, by taking care of the public exchequer, by going by the rule book, by avoiding any type of irregularities. And the vigilance on the one side should try to help the executive some sort of a constructive way. In fact, I have my own experiences. Both of us have worked in Silent Valley National Park, one of the remotest national parks in our country. And when I took over, we had to walk from Ooty to Silent Valley for 3 days. There is no road, you have to trek. So the farthest camp for the Silent Valley staff, they have to walk to a place called Valakad, which is 24 hours they have to walk. 2 days or one day they will go, halt in a rock, and then they will again walk for another 12 hours. So 24, it's close to Ooty, that side, Mukurthi. So when I was traveling from Mukurthi National Park to Silent Valley National Park, there are 4 or 5 camps in between. So every night we used to park and come. And the second day when I park, I had to write the inspection note where I was asking my staff, what is the day? Then they were not aware, because once they go there, they have to be there for 25 days. Only 5 days they can come out. So they were not aware about this. They were not remembering what is the date today. So I thought that because there is no power, you have to walk, there is no electricity, no power, nothing is there. I thought that after coming back, as an executive, I thought what type of motivation these staff will have. Working in such a remote area, surrounded by elephants and king cobras, what type of motivation they will have, leaving their family in one town and working in such a remote area as a guard, forest guard. Okay, I thought I should give them some sort of a change or some sort of a entertainment I should give them, to give them a small relaxation in the evenings. So I proposed to my department to give them a TV. It was a wild idea. I thought those days, okay, because today it is a modern world, but I am talking about 20 years back. And it was a very appealing idea, but at that time the vigilance wing did not agree. The audit did not agree. They were of the opinion that no, it is not proper to give TV to the staff. But I have seen, the audit people have not gone and seen there. So I was determined to do that, and I thought that I will help them. And then in the government we have our own delegation of powers. So I got this program executed within my delegation of powers. And then when the subsequent audit came, they wrote this as a para. So I told them that, sir, these are difficult terrains, and this is a small sort of relaxation which I thought I will give. They should know what is happening out in the outside world. And we have provided a circuit in such a way they can see only 2 hours. The TV program, automatically it will cut off after 2 hours. So the solar panel was designed in such a way that they can see the evening news and maybe one cultural program. Afterwards it automatically get cut off. So there is no scope of sitting in the camp and watching TV for the whole day. But they were not convinced. The audit people were not convinced, and then they wrote the para. And the final day came. I told that having come here, you should also come and see the one camp, the nearest camp of Silent Valley National Park. So they were also very curious to come and see. It is called Puchipara. So from Silent Valley, it was only 3.5 hours trek. So en route they saw 2 pit vipers and a herd of elephants. And it is a slightly steep terrain. So after reaching there, they were totally off, so tired, and they just wanted to just relax. And we gave them that, because there you will get only kanji. Only kanji and pickle, because there is no shop there. Forest people live that type of life inside the forest. The staff have a different lifestyle. So after going there, the people, because they were having lot of pain in their feet, and then evening this TV was switched on, because 2 hours only they can see. Those days there was a news at 6 o'clock in Kairali TV. So we switched on the TV and we told them, sir, we'll have tea. Tea means there only katan chai, green tea. So we'll have tea, and then we'll have news, and then one serial you can see. That day we did not open this topic at all. We just spent one night, and then we brought them back, and we told them, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. And then while going, they will have to give the final report of their observations in their office. unexpectedly they have dropped this major paragraph of buying TV for the staff in Silent Valley National Park. They told that, sir, sitting in Trivandrum, I do not know the problems of the forest guard deep inside the forest. But had you did not take us there, we would have not have gone. This para would have been there. Finally, this amount would have come on your head. The officer who has sanctioned the amount had to pay this. So what I want to tell is that executive works under a particular limitation. They have rules, regulations on one side. They have to also deliver. They have to balance between the delivery and the follow the rules. On the other hand, vigilance has a different type of role. They have to ensure that the procedures are strictly followed. So if the vigilance can help the executive, and executive can help the vigilance to reduce each other's load and then mutually benefit from each other, I am sure the organization will grow. In Kerala, I was posted to a place called Munnar. But the sandalwood is grown only in Munnar. It's a place called Marayur, where the vigilance wing of the forest department and the divisional forest officer worked in tandem to share each other's knowledge, intelligence inputs, and brought it to zero within 6 months. The smuggling of sandalwood was brought to zero within 6 months. So if both the vigilance and the executive can mutually help each other and mutually benefit each other, it is going to help the department or the organization. I am sure that you have a very, very solid executive and also a very vibrant vigilance team. Chandrasekhar ji is my senior in our cadre. He comes up with a lot of experience. I am sure that he will be doing a lot of good work. He will be having a lot of plans for this organization. He will leave his footprint in a very, very positive way. I am sure that this organization will benefit from his work and also from the work of our CMD, who is also coming with a very, very vast experience. From my side, I wish you all the very best. And thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to come here and share my thoughts. I also wish that some point of time, Neyveli Lignite Corporation gets the India Biodiversity Award. And please apply for the award. And also register yourself as a OECM, because there is no legal problem. While it's only a added recognition for the institution, and it is going to help you whenever you are going to get any clearances, whether from the Environment of Forest and Environment of Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, any vigilance, any forest clearance or environment clearance. When you are going to take any clearance, if you declare that you are part of the OECM category, it is going to help you a lot. So this small 2 tips I am giving you. And so thank you very much all for my patient hearing. I think I have crossed my time, and I think I have spoken for more than 45 minutes. Thank you very much. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience. It was indeed our honor to have you here. And we thank you so much for appreciating the efforts of NLCIL, and you very rightly pointed out that vigilance should support executives and executives should support vigilance. So may I now request our CMD sir to present a memento as a token of gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri J. Justin Mohanji, IFS Secretary, National Biodiversity University, Chennai.
Thank you, sir.